Harness Racing returns to Goulburn on Monday for some public holiday racing. They've got 8 races on the program. It's a strong afternoon of harness racing and looking forward to what should be a great day out. Hi, my name is Greg Hayes. I'm here to try and find some winners. Hopefully we can find a few. A couple stand out a little bit later on, but we're going to start in race 2. And horse number 1, Pencil Me In, for Michael Hawke and Blake Jones. Now, you'll look at the numerical form and you'll say, how can he be tipping this? I think it's run 7th, 7th, 9th in its last 3 starts. But the horse is going a lot better than that. I'm going to show you the performance at its last start. Now, this was at Canberra, and it was well back in the field at the time. Not sure that it was going to be in the finish, but it got seriously checked by its stablemate who galloped, lost probably the best part of 10 metres, and then just had to make up as much ground as it could in the last 400 metres of the race. Dive back to the pegs to try and save some ground, and didn't do a bad job under the circumstances. Now, I do like the fact that it's drawn barrier 1 on Monday. Should be able to hold a very, very forward position. Not sure whether it'll lead, but if it's sitting behind the leader at Goulburn and gets any luck, I think it can be right in the finish, and it has raced well at Goulburn in the past. So in race 2, I'm going to go with horse number 1, and that is Pencil Me In. It takes me to race number 3, and I think this one stands out a little bit. Horse number 5, Credo Stride. Now, this one is for Scott Hewitt. The horse has had 8 starts. It's been placed 7 times, and it has had a few opportunities to win races, but I don't come any better than Monday afternoon. It has found a really winnable race. We're going to have a look at its last start effort at Canberra. Now, it finishes 2nd. And on this occasion, it's racing in the Rosati colours, the blue and yellow. It's back in the field. It has saddlecloth number 10. And driver just sits and waits and waits. There's a lot going on in front of him. All of a sudden, there's a wall of horses in front, so he has to launch 5 wide on the home turn, and the leader's just getting too soft to run in front. And in the end, Midnight Crimes was too good for Credo Stride on that occasion, but I really like the way that Credo Stride savaged the line on this occasion, shows that a win's not too far away, and he's the sort of horse I think that once Credo Stride wins 1, it can win 2 or 3. So in race number 3, I'm going to go with horse number 5, Credo Stride, who has got its hoof right on the till. Then I think we've got to be patient. We're going to go the last 2 races. In race 7, I'm going to go with horse number 9, Arc Alert. Now, this one is for Sam Hewitt. The horse is drawn inside of the back row, banking on the fact that the horse drawn barrier 1 can hold the front and Arc Alert can get the soft run behind the leader. Speaking with Sam, he said doesn't try as hard as his little sister Arc C, and he's got to want to do it on the day. But if we get Arc Alert in the right mood, then he's going to be very, very competitive. Now, let's have a look at his last start performance. This was in the Henry Rickson Memorial at Canberra. The horse led on this occasion, copped a lot of pressure, and just kept giving. Got to the top of the straight, and all of a sudden he started to tire, and they started to reel him in. But the effort was good. You look through his recent form, there's not a lot there to write home about. Hasn't won this year, only won the 1 race last year, so doesn't win all that often. But what I do like is that the horse has won 2 races at Goulburn in the past, and I think if Arc Alert is feeling like he wants to be there, he might be able to get over the top of them in this one. So that is in race 7, horse number 9, Arc Alert. And that brings us to race 8. And I'm going to go with number 5, Sunset Stride. This is another one for the Hewitt family. This is Scott Hewitt again. The horse has had a couple of trials to prepare it for this. We haven't seen it since the November Waratah final at Menangle, and it was super impressive on that occasion. Horse was turned out straight away. As mentioned, a couple of trials this month at Goulburn. Times haven't been anything to get too excited about, but the horse has been very good. Let's have a look at this Waratah performance. This was really good. Horse led, copped some pressure, and then turning for home, looked to be in a little bit of trouble. Just had to have the reins lifted at it, and all of a sudden it found a length or 2, and then in the end wins quite comfortably. Horse that ran a placing in that race, 2nd, Tapaganush, actually goes around against Sunset Stride in the Goulburn race as well. So I don't think Tapaganush will be too far away from a better draw, but I think that we might see Sunset Stride racing through and heading back to Menangle at some stage in the future, in the near future anyway. That's horse number 5 in race 8, Sunset Stride. So 8 races at Goulburn on Monday afternoon. It is a public holiday. Get down there, support the club, and have a great afternoon's out.